Okay. Starting now, this is Danny Robertson, journalist. The date is January 31st, 1999. Right, context. Okay. On January 1st, 1999, famed inventor Dr. Francis Peterson of Septima Industries was murdered at a public speaking event by a lone wolf gunman. The gunman was killed at the scene by Peterson's security detail. Peterson was at the event to promote his latest creation, a machine that could digitize books and upload them to the internet incredibly quickly. The machine was a continuation of previous technologies he has developed, which include devices to digitize movies and sound recordings to upload them to the internet. I was assigned to report on Peterson's murder the day after it occurred and promptly began my investigation, but as with any, I kept running into issues. First of all, no one has released the identity of the gunman. I tried my contact in the police, and he said they hadn't identified him yet. I figured, okay, guy might be a crazy loner, so might be living under a bridge somewhere, whatever. So I decided to see if anyone had been streaming the event, find the video, identify him that way, some proper investigative journalism. But when I went online to try and find it, I found that the video just kind of didn't exist. This was unusual because, Dr. Peterson's reveals were always these huge live-streamed events and stuff, and no one uploaded a video of, one of the greatest inventors of all time dying on stage. Anyway, I remembered that our tech reporter Gabrielle had been there, and I asked her if she saw anything, but she said she couldn't remember it very well. I figured, okay. So I started talking to other people who had been at the event, but a pattern began to emerge. No one I spoke to, no one who had been at the event could recall anything beyond the barest details. They remembered some shouting, gunshots, but that was it. Most of them only remember how they got out of the building after the shooting started. But then more weird stuff started to happen. 2 weeks into this, the police came knocking on my door, and they told me that a colleague of mine claimed I was holding on to hard copies of recordings and stuff, VHS tapes, discs, that sort of thing, and they had a search warrant. I told them that was ridiculous. I keep all my stuff on the cloud like anyone else. I wouldn't take such a stupid risk, but I let them search the place. Then they didn't find anything, and they apologized and stuff. But that's when I remembered this tape recorder existed. It was actually a gift from a family member when I graduated from college, to help me record interviews. I think it was my grandpa. Yeah, he didn't seem to care that making tapes on your own was illegal at that point, but whatever, he's old. But now I'm thinking of keeping this investigation off the books, if I keep it on these tapes, then it's not going to be on the cloud where, anyone would be able to find it. I've already turned in my piece officially on Peterson's death and with what I could get, but I feel like there's something more here. Nothing. The absolute absence of information is too great to ignore. And that brings us to now. My police contact got in touch with me a few days ago and said they had identified the gunman and had searched his apartment. He found something that I should take a look at. I tried to press him for more details, but he seemed scared. It said the case was super hush-hush. Feds might be getting involved sometime soon, so I met him in a parking lot, and he gave me a box with an old TV, VCR, and VHS tape and said I needed to watch what was on it. His superiors had written off the tape as irrelevant, but he figured that anyone willing to hold on to a tape these days must have thought it was important, so I took the stuff back to my place, and now I don't know what to think.
Hello, and welcome to this instructional tape. Today, we will be going over identification. In our line of work, identifying those who pose a possible risk to our operations is incredibly crucial. Therefore, we will go over the traits these possible risk creators might have. 1. Unusual charisma. Those who pose a risk to our operations often seem to possess a supernatural ability to influence others. Observe a potential risk as they attempt to persuade or charm someone. Take note if their target seems to enter a trance-like state or offers little resistance to anything they propose. 2. Advanced technical knowledge. Those who pose a risk to our operations possess an incredible mind for technical fields. These includes computer science, engineering, and other STEM fields. Take note if they seem to be able to solve technical issues quickly and efficiently, or if they are able to develop new methodology and technology at an unusually fast pace. 3. Missing time. Those who pose a risk to our operations often have blocks of time where no one seems to know where they are. Attempts to locate them during this time can prove frustrating and inconclusive. Take note if they seem to disappear for days or weeks at a time, or if they seem to lack a social life or hobbies outside of work. Conclusion. Ultimately, there is only one way to be sure if someone is a risk to our mission. You will need a sharp implement, a blunt instrument, or a firearm. Attempt to approach the subject in an isolated environment where it is unlikely that you will be seen. Use your instrument of choice, if there blood is.
I mean, what? Like, just genuinely, like, what? There's more to this story. I know it. Too many people are being too quiet about this. I'm the only other lead I have is my contact, so I think I'm just gonna press him as much as possible. See if I can't get him to spill on who the gunman was, because maybe then I'll be able to actually like do something with this. I'm already taking a huge risk by recording this onto a tape, so screw it. Why not go all the way? Until next time, if there is a next time, this is Danny Robertson signing off.